Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I would like to share with you what's up with my 10th Entrypoint Waterfast, and I just finished the 8th day and I want to tell you about. Now before I get to that, of course, as always, many things are happening in my life, as they always do when I do fasting. And somehow when I don't fast, not that many things happen. Or probably things happen, but not ones that I would notice and feel like it could be interesting to talk about them. And one of the things that is happening in my life and is entering my life on a daily basis and more every day, and it is changing, I feel like almost every aspect of my life, is the AI technology. So I just recorded my first entry point insight about AI, how to view AI. So I will probably release that before this video, or maybe it will be the other way, I don't know. But one let's say line of thought that I will be in the upcoming days publishing is about AI. Because as I said, I will also want to do videos about how I use it, because I feel that the videos that I see online, it's just like fun stuff, but for everyday use and everyday improvement and self-improvement, I don't see that many of those, so I will share them with you. So this is something that entered my life during this 10th water fast. And for those of you, just a quick introduction, my name is George. And since 2019, I've been fasting. So on this YouTube channel, one of the topics I talk about is how my water fasts are going. So you can check the videos from the previous fasts on my channel. And again, today I want to talk about the 8th day of my 10th water fast. Now, the 10th water fast, that's since 2019. So I think that currently I fasted some 440 days since 2019, which when I think about it actually sounds like a lot because it's over a year. So that's interesting. And of course I call it entry point fast or entry point water fast because it's not just that I'm not drinking water or I'm not eating food, but also that I apply, since I think for the past 4 years, I apply what I call entry point philosophy. It's just the way I live. If you want to find out more about it, you can check out a link to Entrypoint Academy, which you can find in the comment to this video. And so again, this is the Entrypoint Water Fast is for me, I would say like it's a long meditation. And the purpose of the meditation, just like with any meditation, is to attain what some call enlightenment, or what others call to be in sync with the universe, or I like the term to be in the flow. And this is what I practice during Entrypoint Water Fast. So right now, when someone asks me why I'm fasting, I always say, well, because unfortunately I'm in such a state in life that in order to enjoy the life even in a fuller way, I don't want to say work, but I feel like I have to have the state of me, not at 100%, just like when I'm eating, but at 150%. And this is what I experienced during fasting. So I can enjoy life in a different way. Maybe I can demonstrate it on a video that I published, because when I tell people that during fasting, your brain works differently. And I don't want to say better or worse, but it works differently. And it gives you more information. So you actually have more insights about the reality than when you eat. Now, when I say this, I understand that it's completely useless information, because you cannot imagine what it means that your brain works differently. But fortunately, I came up with an example or demonstration, and that is that I would say I'm a part-time musician. And when I say part-time, I mean in my free time, I try to dedicate some time to writing music, playing music. So I had this motif. And prior to water fasting, I took this motif and I wrote a little tune on the piano based on this motif. And this song I recorded. Maybe in the post-production I'll put it over here, hopefully. And of course there will be a link in the description to this video. And also I took the same motif during fasting and I recorded this one. Now, I firmly believe that if you listen to these two, not from a point of view if you like the song or the tune or not, but if you look at it from a point of view how the same brain in different setting took the same motif and what came out of it, I think that you will understand what I mean by the brain working differently. So check it out. And during this 10th water fast, and finally to get to why it's different, I think it happened during the last week of my 6th water fast that I got into the state of the flow, where I felt like I was just doing nothing, smiling, enjoying life. And meanwhile, I had all these amazing results, and the people around me were telling me, slow down, start eating. But the personal experience was that life was just like so easy and fun. So it was the past 6 days. Or 7 days, let's say a week of the 6th water fast. And the 7th water fast, it was 2 weeks. Because one thing I noticed is that each water fast, the body adapts to it more and more. A simple example is that the first water fast I did, I had a lot of skin that was just hanging over my belly line. Or it was just loose here, right? Because I lost the fat, so it was just hanging out. But each water fast, it was less and less, and now it's like there's almost nothing there. So I can see that the body adapts to it. So the time or the number of days after I started fasting that the state of flow was entering into my life was much sooner and sooner. And but when I say sooner, I mean like the soonest was, let's say, 30-40 days. And now, because this fast, the 10th one, is special, and I think it's almost original from the world's perspective, that the 9th water fast, I finished it 5 weeks ago. The 9th one was 60 days. So this means that, and the previous fast, I always left about 6 months between the two fasts. So this is the first fast that I'm doing right after the first one. So first of all, it means, because I started with less weight, that means that I have less fat reserves. So I will probably do it, I will not do it for 60 days. But the weight that I don't want to go below is 65 kilos. So I think that this will take me about 30-40 days to get there. So this is my 8th day. I have, let's say, 3 more weeks ahead of me. So that's how long I'll be doing it. But already during this week, I could feel that things are changing in my life or starting to work in a different way. And this is always the sign of the flow coming. Now, if this would take only, let's say, 8, 9, 10 days, then that would be crazy. And again, I'm really happy that thinking about it when I talk about the flow, when I say it, I can almost hear so many people saying, it's no flow, you're just imagining it. But I've experienced it thanks to the water fasting, so many times that I could see the results, which are permanent even after, I finish fasting. And also, because I made the demonstration, I'm sure that everyone can see that there is a difference. So for me, to look at various situations and life problems that I couldn't solve when feeding brain, it just helps me so much to look at these situations during fasting, because I can pick up way more information and come up with either better or even original solutions. So that's what's happening. And I'm really curious what it's going to be like, because again, I've never experienced it doing fasting this close to each other. But maybe it's perfectly fine, and I'm just not used to it. So anyway, that's about it. So if you are interested in fasting, oh yeah, and I forgot to tell you about putting. I started putting salt in my coffee. The reason is that I heard a story from one of you, actually, that the Scandinavian sailors, or let's say the Vikings, when they were on, they didn't have any food. Lastly, one of the last resorts, but I think that they probably did it regularly, but I'm surprised I've never heard of it. They would take stones from the sea, the ones who are full of the, various green things and plankton and who knows what. And they took the stones, they put them in boiling water for let's say a long time, and then they drank the water. And when you think about it, it must have been a mineral broth bomb that probably helped them to survive for let's say a few more days. Yeah, so I started putting salt in my coffee, and the reason I'm putting salt in it, because when I heard this story, I really wanted to try it. So as a supplement, I contacted my parents, who I visited during my vacation in Canary Islands, who were still there for 2 more weeks, I think, or a week after I left. And I asked them, because I remembered when I was there, they took me to sea salt production plant, which was you could see the ocean water, and based on the sun rays, the water evaporates, and you have nice rich sea salt. So I asked my parents if they could drive there again and get this. I didn't want anything cured, anything clean, anything processed, just this sea salt. So I got it. I have it. Nice crystals. So I put them in the coffee, and it's great. Yeah. So that's my report from day 8 of my 10th Entrypoint Waterfast. If you want to know anything, all my contact information, you can find it also in the description to this video. So see you in the next day. Bye-bye.